Today, we're doing manuals. What's cracking, everybody? So today we're focusing heavy on manuals. Well, not really heavy on manuals. We're doing all manuals today. We're gonna do manual combos, flip ins, flip outs, all sorts of variations that I can think of manuals. That's what we're gonna try to do today. It should be fun, man. Manuals, for me, they're one of the most frustrating parts of skateboarding, but also one of the most rewarding parts of skateboarding. When you really put in time for a manual trick and you come out on top, like that's one of the best feelings in skateboarding, just because of how much goes into it. It's gotta be so precise. There's so much behind the scenes, frustrations and mind games and everything that goes into a manual. And I get that manuals are not for everybody. They are time consuming. That's another thing. I only have an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes here, so we'll see how many manuals I can do within this time, I guess. I think I have a homie showing up too. He mentioned yesterday having a manual challenge for me to do. Maybe we'll get to that towards the end of the video. He might have a cool idea for us to do. I don't know. I kind of forget what it was. Maybe he'll help with the filming too. That'd be kind of cool. Get some like not tripod shots, although I do have the trusty tripod with me, so should be chilling. I came up here yesterday in hopes to film a video, but I didn't really come up with an idea, and I also have brand new shoes and a brand new board, so I wanted to break all that stuff in yesterday, so it was good and fresh for today, and that way I can get this video for you guys. I think manuals will be a cool idea. Manuals for me kind of came late in the game. When I first started skateboarding, I was focused on just kind of flip tricks, cruising around. I wasn't very good at manuals. I actually had the friend that's going to meet me here. We were kind of the same age. He was way better than me at manuals. He could do all sorts of manuals. I really could not balance at all, and I think that's because manuals have to click for you, man. You got to find that sweet spot of your manual, and then it kind of all makes sense. There's certain points, like pressure points. I know Krob and Kelly Hart always go back and forth about if you can pinch manuals. I don't necessarily know if it's a pinch, but I know what they mean by that. It's kind of the pressure point in which you're leaning on your trucks to hold the manual. And once you figure that out for yourself, everyone's point's a little different, but once you figure that out for yourself, it unlocks manuals. So I'm gonna run through manual, nose manual, switch nose manual, and switch manual, and all the lock-in points for those manuals for me personally. So I'm gonna show you guys all of my sweet spots in the manuals. So for regular manual, the lock-in point is obviously on your back truck. For me, I'm a little leaned on my heel side. For nose manuals, the sweet spot is over your front truck, toe side. And then that's kind of the same for switch manuals too. It's just a little harder to balance those. But once you figure them out and once you find your sweet spot and what works for you, you can just hold manuals for days. Came over to grab some water. We got a bunch of manuals in. Sort of remind me of, you guys ever watched that contest back in the day at the Barracks? It was called 2-Up, I think. It was like just all manuals, and that was like one of the most frustrating but cool contests I think I've ever entered. It was sick, but damn, they lock you in the barracks. Not lock you in, but you're in the barracks for like a week trying to film a manual part, and it gets hectic. You're trying to do the best manual tricks you can possibly do, and it's tough, man. But my homie Shane over here has like an idea for me to do all the kickflip nose manuals. So like regular kickflip nose manual, switch flip nose manual, Fakie flip nose manual, and Nollie flip nose manual, and then maybe variations of those afterwards. A little challenge type of thing, but we're gonna try and get that going. But I'm gonna get a couple more manuals in just to do, and then we'll get to this challenge that my buddy Shane's got for me. Lock in, man. Oh, God. What's going on with this platform? A lot of times with manuals, it's just getting into that sweet spot, like landing, if you're doing a kickflip nose manual, like kickflip into that sweet spot and then you have it. It's trial and error really, man. And one you land in proper, you get in, you're like, oh, I got this one. I can hold this manual to the end, you know, every time. It's about just having patience. Doing manuals, you definitely need patience. You have to want to land it. It's not gonna happen quick. It's not gonna happen easy, you know. If they do, you got lucky. The idea is all the kickflip nose manuals. Is that what we're doing? All right, this is Shane. Say what's up, Shane.
Hello.
So yeah, we're just gonna do all the kickflip nose manuals, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
And then kind of go from there and see if we could do like a harder variation of one of them at the end or something to kind of top it off with. We're gonna try all 4 kickflip nose manuals, but we're gonna try and get them on all different obstacles in the park and then try to top it off with something else at the end where just a harder variation of those tricks, and we'll see if we can get it. We're gonna start off kickflip nose manual on this bench right here.
Ooh. Yeah, you gotta feel it out.
Didn't even feel like my foot was in the right spot.
It seems like it's close.
Same thing. Alright. Got that one fairly easy. Kickflip nose manual. Should I just do switch flip nose manual next?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, see,
Gets to pop it off that bank.
I was gonna say, I got plenty of time to figure it out.
Yeah, it's just, ooh. Pop it off the bank. Rocket flipping, man.
There you go.
Right.
Dude, I
The
did.
bank's the weirdest part.
I'm new to this. I'm nervous. That one wasn't very good.
Well, it's like...
Dude, I know. I tried to crook pop over this thing and I missed the pop 800 times in a row. There you go.
Really focused on flicking down or I missed the flick.
Yeah. That looked like it made a little more sense.
Like I need to like front side.
That worked.
So slow.
I mean, that was fine though.
It was weird. I felt like I was going with decent speed, and then I got in the manual, and not moving.
You just muscled it out.
All right, we got the switch flip nose manual. It definitely was harder than I expected it to be, but I think it was more popping off the bank. Then we're gonna do fakie flip switch nose manual. The fakie manual, right? Like,
Yeah.
isn't it a fakie manual?
They know you're.
But yeah, it's the same thing. Like we're trying to do the same tricks, but every way. So fakie flip manual or fakie flip switch nose manual, whatever the f you want to call it. But we're gonna do that on this little manual pad. It's like longer, but the curb, you know.
All right, hold on. I'll give you $1 if you do it first try.
$1?
Yeah, $1.
I haven't done this trick in a while.
That's why I'm putting $1 on it. If you do it all the time, I would never bet you $1.
Ooh, wanted that $1. I wanted that $1. Ooh.
Oh. I mean, there's.
Short ride up doesn't help.
Yeah.
Come from over here so I can get the angle right.
For anyone that doesn't know, Tom's angles for everything are insane.
Yeah. But I feel like the one thing about manual pads, like when they're slightly higher, like if it was like 2 inches taller, it's so much easier to come down into the manual.
Only a problem if you can fakie flip super high. For the rest of us, curb height is about as high as we can go.
I feel like I'm gonna get pitched.
You might.
I might.
You got that white hoodie on too, dude. That's dangerous.
I love white hoodie.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm doing the same thing every time.
Oh, trying to hold on.
Ooh. Damn it. It's the ride up that sucks the most. I didn't touch.
Yeah, that's true, but no, into the bank. Into the bank was the warm up, dude.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So we got that one. That one ended up being harder than I thought too. It's so low. I like come down on the manual so hard. I felt like I was just gonna get pitched every time if I actually committed to it. But we got it. And then we're on to the next one. We're doing nollie flip nose manuals. I think we're gonna do it on the manual pad I was skating earlier, the little one. Let's go do that.
Oh.
That one felt nice.
Yeah, that was fine. Which one's easier, you think? Fakie flip or Nollie flip?
That one's way easier.
Yeah.
That one's easier, but again, if I had like a normal size manual pen, not a curve,
Yeah.
then I can pop up into it a little bit more and land in the manual more comfortable. Kind of same with this.
Yeah, you feel like you're like slamming down.
That's why I had to work for that one until I hold it.
I
I
mean,
didn't just land in it and know I had it.
it seemed like it came easier than the Fakie one, though.
Definitely did. So we got the nose manual Nollie flip. Ended up being the easiest one of the day, surprisingly a little bit, but when I landed in it, I didn't know I had it yet. I kind of had to work for the balance on that one and hold the manual instead of just landing in it and being like, oh, this is the one. It was a little more, as you could tell, my body moves more. Like I had to try to manual more on that one for some reason. It's the way I got in, but we got it. Now we're gonna try to get something a little bit harder. We're thinking on the main ledge, but manual it, which is kind of weird because it's so narrow like that. Kickflip nose manual, Nollie flip maybe. So we're gonna give that a few tries. Hopefully that doesn't take a while. I don't got much time left in the sesh.
I'm sure it's fucking fine. I'm sure it's crusty.
The curbs, this does seem high now.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, me too.
Like a little backside. Front foot again, man. Right spot. Third tap.
Ah.
Got it. Not the best one I ever landed in my life, but it actually ended up looking a lot better than it felt once I watched the footage back. So we're gonna take it. We got one more challenge that my buddy Shane came up with here. He wants me to pivot to Fakie this thing. He always likes to f with me because he knows that I don't like to skate transition, and he always brings up ideas for me to do that sound terrifying to me, but he enjoys watching me. So we're gonna end on this thing. I'm gonna try and pivot to Fakie it. Okay. What do you got if I do it first, Steve? Bringing that $1 back?
Oh, yeah. First try? Yeah, I'll give you $1.
Ooh.
Just as I suspected. It looks like you were fine, and then you just bailed out because it freaked you out.
More on top of it than I expected to get.
That's too easy.
Hey, you always
Yeah, I feel like we should.
doubt me, man.
I feel like we should make him do blunt Fakie.
I'm not doing that. We got the pivot Fakie. He's always doubting me, man. And it's not that I can't do it. Obviously, you saw a transition video. If you didn't see the transition video, go watch it. I can do some stuff on transition, man. It's just not, I'm not comfortable with it. So we got the pivot to Fakie. We ended manual day off on a good one. Drop a comment. Let me know who your favorite manual skater is. Daywan, Rodney, Joey Brzezinski. Let me know who your favorite manual skater is. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, yo.